My dream for as long as I can remember was to always make films. Anytime I had some money, I'd buy props or costumes or a piece of equipment. In 2020, I got a place at the London Screen Academy, and not to sound too cliche here, but it was the school of my dreams. And I learned so much there. Not even much about film, but about life. Okay. That was almost on target as well.
No, it was going like it.
No, fuck off, Tom. That was it.
No.
I had it. Lag.
Dodgy engine.
Like
it's Source 2.
Someone's DDoSing the server. You don't want to go talking.
I'm very busy at the moment. Thank you very much.
What? God damn it! God damn it! And about how important friends could be to me. Those 2 years passed me by so fast, and I made 2 films that I'm incredibly proud of. I grew up a lot at LSA, and I look back on my old films now and feel foolish for thinking they were the most important things in my life. I was proud of the outcomes, but with Postpartum and Connections, I was proud of what I learned making them, but most importantly, who I made them with. And with my life finally starting to feel like it made sense, like I had the creative time and space to make what I wanted, it all ended.
You cut them to their knees as if in prayer.
At the time, LSA ending felt like nothing. I'd finished school and I'd done that so many times. But it sunk in that I was stuck at home, working a lifeless bar job, and with nothing forcing me to be creative, I became complacent. I kept writing, but I'd lost access to so much equipment at LSA. They gave me access to cameras that I could have only dreamt of owning before. I became jealous. Jealous of that past version of me that still went to LSA and was so much stronger, more independent, more creative. It felt like that world I'd built was being burned and ripped away. But I kept writing, and with nothing to film, I started working on a feature with no hopes of ever shooting it. With so much free time suddenly on my hands, I finished it, and quickly. Redeem the Damned went through 2 rounds of coverage on the blacklist, both with reviews that I couldn't believe were about my writing. And whilst it was a nice validation of my skills, it didn't lead anywhere. I put the script away, left it to gather dust, and went back to my life. That was until, on a complete whim, I got an email that was all too familiar. In a matter of weeks, I was back in the game. afternoon, London Screen Academy. Welcome to our first ever talent show. Who's excited? That's what I thought. Oh, beautiful LSA. I love you guys. All right, let's get into this. I was back working at LSA on a 6-month contract. That meant I had 6 months back of the equipment and 6 months to fucking make something. In other words, the clock was on. The game plan was simple. Instead of spending the time writing a whole new script, I took part of Redeem the Damned, reworked sections to make it cohesive, and that was my short film. Clocking in at 16 pages, The Piece Behind Door 74 had all the merits of the feature, and all I needed to do was get my crew together. After weeks of searching for actors, trawling through audition tapes, organising travel, booking equipment, asking around for crew and cinematographers, we were ready to shoot. I finished the film last year, and I've spent a lot of time reflecting on what went well, and primarily, what went wrong.
I waited for the rain.
Coming off the back of postpartum, I had a lot of maybe misplaced confidence in my ability to shoot so much in one day.
Sure, that's fine.
On postpartum, we actually finished early, so I kind of assumed that I could film 15 minutes in one day, and I was wrong. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Tom, I can see boom and the door opens.
No. Okay, just let me know when.
Okay, you have to move to your left. Move to your left. You're out.
Nice.
We'll roll again, that's good. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Reset. Now, to be clear, we did finish it, but that day was grueling. And when I say we finished it, we were down to the wire. The final scenes were all shot in basically the first take. Okay, keep it going, keep rolling. I was going to move this around so they can know what I'm doing. We just didn't have time, and that meant I spent most of the day not worrying about what I was shooting, but worrying about what I had to shoot next, and if we had enough time to even finish the film.
The shoot went really well. We're very proud of Noah. And yeah, the script amazing.
Yeah, the acting stunning.
The acting was genuinely
Good directing,
worth
good
the money.
directing.
Amazing directing. Obviously incredible lighting.
Incredible lighting.
But that was just a given.
Because I was working at LSA, I had money to spend, but I couldn't buy myself more time. The film released, everyone was happy with it, proud of what they contributed. But whenever I watch it, all I see is the time I never had, how I'd do it differently. But I showed it to someone I worked with called Alex, and he said, well, you made something. You went out there and did it. There's more than can be said for most people. And that's how I see it now. I beat the clock, I took the narrow window I had, and I made something. So, when I look back at my past films, I'm proud of who I made them with. But when I look back at The Piece Behind Door 74, I'm proud that I didn't give up. I ended up staying at LSA for just under 2 years, and I'm forever grateful for what I learned and who I met there. So, with my final paycheck, I bought that camera I never thought I'd be able to afford, and I'm finally excited about what's to come next. Hello, it's me, Noah. So I'm making this at the end because I don't really know what I wanted this video to be. On the one hand, it was like kind of the behind the scenes of the piece behind Door 74, but then also like it wasn't because half of it isn't even about that. And then also I was like, maybe it could be a thing for me to get a job, you know, like a pitch myself thing. But then I thought about trying to name that, and I was like, well, I could call it Who I Am, but that's really fucking pretentious. So I didn't really know what this is, and I still don't really. Yeah, I just thought I'd put this at the end, in case anyone got to the end and thought, wow, that was cool, or shit, fairs. But I have no idea what I just watched. And really, I have no idea what I made. So, you know, who's to say? Nobody. Certainly not me, but also certainly not you. Motherfucker.